So in this section, we are going to cover up some changes, upcoming changes in CISSP syllabus in domain number 4, that is network and communication security. So the first topic which we are going to cover here is light fidelity, Li-Fi we call it normally. Okay, so this is how the light fidelity look like. Okay, so in traditional Wi-Fi networks, we use radio communication for the communication between devices, and we don't need any kind of wire, right? The wires are cut down. That was a great, uh, you can say, improvement in terms of network connectivity, because now we got that portability, right? We are just not bind with some kind of wires. But then Wi-Fi has its own challenges. What are those challenges? One of the challenges that Wi-Fi communication technology uh, is susceptible to somebody to capture your communication out there, because generally your MAC address is broadcasted, and then a attacker can get to know about your MAC address, and then he can try different means to actually get into your system, right? So that was a kind of challenge out there. Also, the speed is also a uh, uh, yes, it is improving. Now we have Wi-Fi 6. We have come out with Wi-Fi 6 now also, which is kind of coming down to some kind of 1 Gbps speed as well. Okay, but now there is a new technology which has come up, which is called as light fidelity. We call it as Li-Fi. So in this, the basic difference is, instead of using the radio communication, we use visible light to transmit data in real time. And believe me, it is up to 100 times faster than standard Wi-Fi. Li-Fi also offers more security than Wi-Fi. Why? Because the one thing is, uh, you can see light, you can restrict light within a particular uh, facility. So this light is not going to cross the walls out there. So anybody who is standing outside your facility will not be having access to that signals out there. Okay, so that's the thing. And then another thing is, in this kind of architecture, what happens is, um, the visible light has much more wider bandwidth than your Wi-Fi. Okay, that means the Li-Fi enabled devices can send and receive huge volumes at a extremely high speed. They support up to 224 gigabits per second. Okay, and this particular new standard is now called as 802.11bb. We call it as 11bb. So this is a new standard. Okay, and it is going to be delivered in mid of 2021. So by now we are expecting that to come, because this is the technology which is kind of going to get along with 5G, which is already there. 5G is now already there and being implemented. So enterprises are getting ready for this kind of architecture there. So that is something, as a security professional, you need to understand, because every new technology has their own challenges, their own issues as well. All right, because in this particular case, the one of the challenge which we can foresee here is, because it works on light, so we need to have these light sources each and everywhere. Once you are traveling from one room to another room in your facility, you need to have those areas covered by these kind of lighting. So that is somewhere you need to spend some money, but again, it's going to be much more cheaper than your Wi-Fi equipments, because anything which we are covering here will be within your enterprise. Okay, it will be within your enterprise, and it can be also available just through a, you can say, a LED bulb as well. Okay, so those LED, the light which is coming out of your LED bulb also can also be used for transmission of signals out there, right? So that way we are able to contain that within a particular area and then use it. So this is a new technology which you need to understand.